Hey guys, JuV Day 3, and for today's video I'm going to do a quick run through and show you all of the photos that I took for my May creative project, which was taking a photo every day and putting it on Instagram, and it was a pretty good one, and yeah, let's just do a little slideshow through them effectively. So we'll start at the very beginning, and the first ones were in fact from a meal out that I had with my family. So we've got the group shot, and then we've got the food shot. Nice and easy. Day 2, I did a selfie with my friend while we were having lunch out. Look at his little face. Look at his little face. Day 3 was from the board game group that we've been going to recently, and just a nice little shot of the game that we were playing at the time. Day 4's pictures were basically a little shopping haul, effectively. So everything that I got, then all of the books, then all of the comics, and then all of the games. Just a nice little bit of shopping that I did at the start of May. Day 5, we had a meal out with my dad, and it was a very pleasant meal. So it was a roast dinner that we had at the golf club, and then the dessert, which was very tasty. Day 6, I didn't have a specific thing going on, so I just took this photo of my food that I made for our dinner. Day 7 was a strawberry cream eclair that I really fancied and thus decided to get for myself. A lot of these are going to be food pics because I didn't necessarily have a lot else interesting going on in the day, so yeah, I decided to just do that. Not many of these are necessarily going to be very arty either, to be honest. Day 8 was some character sheets from the D&D game that I've been planning and starting out with people, and we were doing character generation at that point, so that was good. Day 9 is the only day that I felt had very little else to actually add other than just an awkward selfie. That's all that can be said about that one. It was just an awkward selfie. Day 10, however, was very lucky because we drove off and we saw the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, just out in the world, and yeah, the photo was fucking great. It was completely unedited, and the phone camera was actually able to pick up more vibrance to it than my eyes were, so that's so good. Day 11 was a very relieved selfie with Gregor, my friend, because we'd just watched Eurovision and we were very glad that Israel did not win because of the way that things are going. They probably should have been disallowed from the competition, and it was all a whole mess, and we were just very stressed watching it. It was very, very stressful, and the whole thing was a mess. So we were very, very stressed going into it, and we were very relieved by the end. Day 12, we had a huge long time with my family, but we went and had a Sunday lunch at a pub in the village. And then we went to like Costco and did that with them, and then we had a Costa and stuff as well. But you know, it's good to just have some time with family doing another roast dinner out on a Sunday. We don't normally have as many roast dinners as Sunday lunches out as that, but we had a few in a row effectively. Day 13 was a meal that I made from a recipe. It was a gusto meal. I had never done it before, and I think that it was alright. It wasn't my favourite one of these that we've ever done, but it was decent. But then we come to number 14, and my god, I'm so happy that I get to sort of share so much about this. But yeah, this is the main body of the anatomy scan. This is a picture of our child, and I'm very excited to meet them. Weirdly, the NHS board here is one of the only ones still in the country that won't actually tell you the sex of your baby if you ask. And most of the others do, but our one does not, and it was a bit irritating. Day 15 was another gusto meal, but Jamie made this one instead of me, and I think it worked out a little bit better than the first one though, so that was something. Day 16 was a little meal that me and my uncle had out. We had some arancini from a restaurant that we both liked a lot historically and stuff, but it's under new management, called La Lombarda, and yeah, I had some arancini and it was good. Day 17, I forgot to take a photo with Lachlan again, but I was actually with him for lunch, and we had the same meal effectively. We had this burger and chips, and then we had some ice cream each as well. So it was good it's always good to have a catch up. Day 18's picture is another food picture, and it's one that didn't really, it was a weird one. We were just very worn out. It had been a long week. I think it had been a long couple of days, to be honest, but we were out of a lot of stuff, so I literally had just run along to Co-op in the village and got us some food. So got these ribs, and we just had some fried rice with the ribs, and worked reasonably well. Here's where we get this number of photos boosted a lot, because for day 19 we had like a meal with my family again, but we did we went on a little walk as well. So basically it's we went to go and see if we could see some puffins, and we saw one puffin, a single puffin, and that's what you can see in this one. And then we saw a bunch of other birds that were not penguins, but my dad really decided to roll with the idea that they were penguins, and they weren't. But we also just got to see some beautiful coastline, which, you know, the Bullers of Buchan are genuinely very good. Also, my sister, with binoculars, it was her last day before she was heading back down south, so it was good to spend some time with her, and it was just a good time. Also, roast dinner. Day 20, we had a little date. Me and Jamie had a little date. We went to the cinema to see The Fall Guy, and we also had Nando's. Cheeky Nando's. Very, very cheeky. Day 21, we went through a car wash. Day 22, we had a meal. Obviously, we had this Thai green curry, but we also had some socks. Jamie had been very excited about these socks that she'd bought as a little gift. She was going to save them up, and then instead what happened was that she just got too excited and she gave them to me, and they are adorable. So there's a pair for me, Big Bean, there's a pair for her, Little Bean, and then there's a pair for the baby, which is going to just be adorable. Then day 23 is, you know, another baby picture, because we hadn't been able to get everything done in the anatomy scan, and this time they were able to get the last bits done. It was to do with the baby's positioning behind Jamie's belly button, so it all worked out. But we got an extra scan for that, effectively. And then I had a burrito for my lunch on day 24, and I was very excited, as you can see in the stuff. Day 25, we were with my uncle's group playing a game, and we were playing Aquilar, and I am playing a doctor in it, and he lost the use of his arm for about 11 days because of stuff that happened in combat. And we got to the end of that session, and it was wild. so wild. Day 26, me and Jamie decided to do some gameplay. We decided to just have a little time playing some games that we hadn't, and we did other games, but I took my photos for the day of this one, which is Cover Your Kingdom, which is one that I have had for, I want to say, a year or so, but I never had a chance to play it, so we decided to play it, and that's the logo on a turn marker that it says that you have to wear if you win. So that's this other one. Day 27th was another Gusto meal. It worked out pretty well, and yeah, Jamie had made it. Day 28 was not a Gusto meal. It was just veggie chili and a jacket potato, or a couple of jacket potatoes, and a lot of cheese, and it was tasty. And then day 29 was also another Gusto meal. This was some tacos that they had provided that were apparently Bluey themed. They seem to be doing a lot of Bluey themed stuff, and these were takeaway inspired as well. So it was a decent set of tacos. And then for day 30, I just did my notebook that had a bunch of plans in it for JuV, because I was just kind of like, I want to get to it. And I knew I had something else going on the 31st, so I was just gonna show the photo of these things, and then I'll do the other photo after that. But I did the I'm starting doing these plans, and it's getting there. And then finally we finish off with day 31, which was having lunch with Lachlan again. Good way to end it, as it happened a couple of times over the course of the month. But we had a selfie together, and we had food at the on-site cafe at my work. So I had another burrito. Wasn't as excited, clearly, but you know, how can you tell without seeing my face? So that was basically my month in pictures, and I think that it was a pretty decent month, as it all goes. And I liked doing this. It gave me something to sort of focus on as what's a focusable thing for my day, each day, in a way that like Vida and that don't always do. But I think that I wanted to get a bit more artsy with some of these. I think I would have liked to have done more artsy things, but I just am not necessarily a naturally arty person to be able to go really deep and like fancy with photos. I'm utilitarian a bit more about it. I'm much more likely to go, oh yeah, here's just something that's going on with me today, and that's fine. It's not an invalid way to be. It's just, you know, I would like to be able to show off the strength of my craft, but it's not really that. I'm not that way inclined as much as I would like to be. Something I've got to work on, I guess. So, tell me about your month in the comments down below, or tell me what you'd like to see from photos from me or whatever down there. I'd love to know, so tell me there. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that you remember to like and share it, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails over there to see other videos by me, click on the link in the description down below to join my Discord, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next day of JuV. Bye!